Mm. Hello, YouTube. That is you watching. I know it always goes on YouTube before. I think it really is on YouTube. So I'm going to just talk to you like it's live now. And I am also going to go live in my Facebook group, Women Creating Healthy Lives. So I'm going to get that set up. Hello, YouTube. That is you watching. So today we're talking about the patterns that run you, the things that cause you to stop self-sabotage, right? The things that break. What did I write at first? 5 patterns that stop you from following through, right? And cause the self-sabotage. I mean, everybody has this in some area of this life, right? So just know that everybody has this in some area. So you may have it in exercise, eating healthy, like making those lifestyle changes, where other people have no problems with that. Like, I don't have any problems with eating healthy. It just is who I am. It is what I do. I don't have to think twice about it. But there's other areas of my life that, yeah, is YouTube even playing? That, yeah, I do have to think about it and do have to pay attention to and do run patterns in. So very, very common. And if you're watching live, please say hello. Give me a like, subscribe, make sure you're subscribed. You can also, I also have a website, dianamarchand.com, so you could check me out on there, and my free Facebook group, Women Creating Healthy Lives. Of course, come and join us if you are on Facebook. But I love having you here. So thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And comment below if you have suggestions for future videos. I'm here for you. And I love your suggestions. So let me know what you have for suggestions for any future videos. And I'm just going to put on my, I wonder if I should just put it over here. I think that's what I usually do for my Facebook. So it's kind of the same spot, so I don't look too crazy. I don't like what this filter is doing for me on Facebook. So let me know below, do you have sabotage patterns? If you're watching the replay, do you self-sabotage? And do you do it with healthy eating, with exercise? Where do you tend to have the challenges, right? We all have an area of our life where we're more challenged. So let me know below which area of your life you tend to be a little more challenged within whatever. What is going on with this? Okay, this is crazy. It's the light. I got to be right here with my video. Okay. The setup. Oh my God. How did I get that? That is hilarious. Oh, doing the Facebook filters and I got a mustache. That's crazy. What's going on? Okay. Okay, let's get started because enough of this. Hello, Facebook. I'm also live on YouTube, Diana Marchand. Come check me out there. So YouTube and Facebook. So I'll be looking at 2 different places. YouTube's there, Facebook's right there. Okay, today I'm talking about 5 patterns that prevent you from following through. So 5 things that you kind of go through that self-sabotage, right? We all have patterns. We all have stories. We all have things that keep us stuck, that stop us. You know, the old life happens. But really, they are patterns. These are things that you can change. You can shift and you can change these things. Absolutely 100%. So I'm going to let you know and let me know which one you are, or maybe you have problems with all of these, right? So Facebook is there, YouTube's over here. So I'm going to just be looking at both places here. Oh yeah, that has to do with this. It is tricky, but anyways. Okay, I wrote them down because I wanted to make sure I got this right. Number 1, going all in. So first of all, you go all in. You're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Good. Thank God. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. Right. So you go all in and you go in too fast. You go like, I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to go full in. And sometimes, so when we're starting to eat a certain way, thank you for that. Hi, Beck. Or start exercise, right? you want to just do it all. And maybe you're following a program or following a plan, and it's a lot, right? It's can get all these groceries. I'm going to exercise this many times a week. I'm going to do this and do that because you really want results. So when you really want results, you want to go all in. But what happens is, so this is a pattern, right? We go all in. We're really excited. We're like, I'm going to do it this time. I'm not going to give up. This is it. I'm going to get changes. I'm going to follow through. But when that happens, you go in with too many changes to make at once. And you think you can handle it, again, but it's really not that realistic. And so you're in there, and a couple of days, maybe even a week goes by, or maybe even 2 weeks go by, and you're like, oh my God, this is too much. Like, this is too much at once. I'm changing too many things at once. And so then your other life gets completely thrown off balance. And when we're completely thrown off balance, it feels uncomfortable. You feel unsafe. Okay. So you feel like, oh, because you haven't changed your life. You haven't changed the things in your life, right? You haven't rearranged things in your life so that you can fit in this new lifestyle. So that's number one. That's a number one reason why. Well, they're not in order. That's one of the reasons why you probably self-sabotage, or you get caught in patterns that stop you. Number two, you may not be open to making changes or even aware what are the beliefs that hold you back. Like, what are the beliefs that are you think that are in your subconscious that keep sabotaging you? Like, I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm the fat girl. Like, so sometimes what happens is when we're young, we're brought up, people saying things to us, people telling us things, we overhear things, and we take them in as that's true. Like, I'm not organized. I'm not smart enough. I could never do that, right? People may say, oh, she's like this. She could never do that. Or your parents have said things. So we end up with these beliefs inside of us, and you may not even realize how deep these are, how much you've held on to them, right? So they are your truth. When we have a strong coded belief within us, it is our truth. We will live up to it. So if you believe, I'm just the type who's always a little heavy, I can never really lose weight. If you don't get rid of that belief, if you don't have the awareness you have that belief, if you don't know how strong that belief is, you will never lose the weight, because you have to live up to the belief that you will never lose the weight, right? You see what I mean? That you are always a little heavier. So those beliefs, so if you're not willing to look at your beliefs, which also now you have to look at your thoughts, your feelings, the words you use. Because if we're always saying, I'm going to try, today I'm going to try to exercise. I'm going to try to exercise. No, you got to change. You got to take that right out. Today I'm exercising, or even today I'm exercising at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, I go and do my exercises, right? In the morning, I wake up, I make my smoothie, I pack my lunch, healthy lunch for work, and I go, like things like that. It's not, I'm going to try, it's you do it. So watching those types of things. And then your thoughts, of course. If you're about to get up in the morning and you will let your thoughts go to, oh my God, I'm so tired. I'm never going to feel like exercising today. Or I don't have time to I'm just going to sleep. I don't have time to make something healthy. So I'll just skip my smoothie. I'll just grab something quick at work. You have to watch your words, your thoughts, how you're feeling about the situation, and your beliefs. So if you're not working on changing those at the same time you're making the change in your life, it won't last. You'll sabotage yourself. You'll talk yourself out of it. You'll quit. That's just the way it is, right? So you need to pay attention to those things. And the third thing is you wait to start until you have time. So this is so common, right? Let's say you have a break, or I'm going to start this at this time because at that time I don't have much else going on. So you start something when you have lots of spare time. Let's say, for an example, you have spare time. So you're doing it. It works when you have that spare time, but you haven't thought or figured out how it's going to fit in your life long term when you're in your regular day-to-day life. And I see this a lot. People come to the programs and they're like, they kind of really focus that these 2 weeks, this is what I'm going to do. And that's, let go of things. But then when the program's over, their life goes back to busy, goes back to all those things they have scheduled and planned. And then what happens? right? And then you're like, oh my God, I can't handle this. I can't handle it, because you've never focused again on, okay, now when my life, you haven't made it a lifestyle. You haven't made it a lifestyle. So when people don't make exercising, eating healthy, whatever you're working on, integrated into your daily life, like your daily average regular life, then you won't sustain it, because it's extra. It's something you can get that you're not used to it. And it's like something that you got to get rid of. I have to get rid of this now because my regular life is too busy. See what I mean? So if you start at a time when you have spare time, you don't learn how to incorporate or integrate these things into your normal everyday life. So when you start, that's why I like when people start my programs going into Christmas or around Christmas time, because I tell them, this is a perfect time for you to learn how to work through, or holiday time, or when there's weddings. This is a perfect time for you to do a program, because then you learn what to do in those situations, because life is always happening. You're always got something going on. Waiting until you don't is not the answer. And it will actually you won't be able to sustain something when your life gets, as you say, back to regular, right? Back to normal. Okay, number 4, trying to do it like someone else does, right? So many people, right? We've all done that. Oh my God, this person was so successful. I'm going to ask them what they did, follow what they did, and I'll be successful too, right? We tend to do that. And that's kind of good, right? Kind of good. The thing is that you're not that person. And more importantly, your body is not that person, but as well, your life. Like, they may have a different lifestyle than you. They may have no kids at home and no husband, and they're able to do it all, whatever, right? They're retired. They're not you. So and it's not your body. What works for one person may not work for another person. And that's why I truly help women in even when you're in my groups, I help you kind of individually, because if you don't figure out how to integrate things into your life, right? Or if you don't also learn what works for your body, then you're never going to be able to sustain those changes. And also, you always get to tweak things as time goes on too, right? So really knowing, oh, okay, because it doesn't seem to be working kind of this way, so I'm going to move it and change it in another to go like this, right? So that's why things are so important. So just following someone else's exercise plan or someone else's diet plan or whatever may not work for you. And that's why. So that's why you could end up quitting, because you're not getting the results that they did and you're totally disappointed. And number 5 is kind of the same, expectations. Number 5 is when you expect, right? It to go a certain way, and you're going to get a result, and you want it in a certain number of weeks. Like, I will try, I will try her program, or I will try this exercise program, or I will hire a personal trainer. But if I don't get results by whatever, then I quit, because that's not working for me. Then it's not going to work, right? That is another thing, right? It's another pattern, and it's probably something you've done over and over again. You think you found the magic answer. You think you found something that's going to work for you. And we hope we do. We hope we do. You hope you do, right? Whenever you get excited about something new, a new program or something, you're like, oh my God, this is it. This is going to work for me. I know I've done that with programs for my business, right? It's like, yes, this is going to really help me, right? But then we have this expectation. I'm going to achieve this certain result by a certain time. And it's great to make goals. It's great to have that. Like, I want to achieve this by this time. But when that's your determining factor, whether something is working or not, that's when it falls through. Especially if you're a woman over 45, right? Your midlife, you're beyond. Our bodies are different. They're always changing. They're always going to change. And so you've got to really understand that, okay, I may need to have a little more patience with my body. Patience is what I'm doing, but also you start out as doing something in a certain way, exercise, eating healthy, eating right, whatever, right? But then if it's not quite, it doesn't feel right, or it's not giving you quite the results, then it's not giving up, but it's just saying, okay, what might not be working? What can I try now? What can I shift or change, right? So there's no giving up, because when you're working on your health, and well-being, there's no giving up. You don't give up on your health. So I want you guys to really realize that you don't give up on your health. Just because you haven't lost so many pounds, just because you still don't have the energy you want, just because your symptoms are still there, it doesn't mean that what you're doing to improve your health isn't working. That's not what it means. It just means you have to go longer, have more patience, tweak things, change things up a little bit, because we also hit plateaus, right? So that's why working with somebody is so helpful, because also we can usually see, being objective, I can see how women are sabotaging themselves. I can see how you're sabotaging, absolutely, right? I'm an observer. I can see, whoop, there she goes into her patterns, behaviors. There she goes. Oh, she has that belief. That's what's stopping her. She has that pattern. She's falling into it again. So I can see that, and we catch it really quick. And I give you ways to work with it, move around it, shift it, whatever. And of course, I'm listening to your words. And so I know how you're thinking, and I know what you're saying and how that may be sabotaging you, right? And then when you're working on something and it's not working or this and that, I can help you by okay, let's do this in that area, then let's take out this, let's add this, right? Like when you have somebody overlooking what you're doing, they have like this clear aerial view, right? You can see everything that's going on. They can help you adjust things. When you're doing this all by yourself, you can't see. You're in the middle of it. You're in the thick of it. You're like, I don't know. It's not working. It's not working. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I just quit. Nothing's working. I'm just going to quit, right? And that's when that leads to self-sabotage, because you don't know what's not working, or these 5 things like I mentioned. So if you're just joining us, hello, and watch from the beginning, because this is great. I want you to let me know, which sabotage pattern do you do? And maybe you do 5 of them. So I'm going to read them real quick again. There's number 1. It's not in any order, but go all in too much, too fast. You haven't changed your life. And so therefore it's like too much, too fast, and you can't sustain it. And that could be going way too strict with your diet too. Number 2, you're not open to changing your beliefs, or you don't know the beliefs you have that are stopping you. You're not paying attention to your words that you actually say to yourself. So you're not hearing yourself, right? Things like, oh, I'll never be able to do this. Darn, I'm never going to be able to do this. Or this is so hard. I'm going to just try, right? All those things, right? Those aren't going to work if you really want to move towards results and actually get those. You have to change your thoughts and your words. You have to think different things too. You have to think in a different way. You have to think in a bit of a different way. And number 3 is waited to start when you had time. So you're starting, you're doing great because you have time, but as soon as life gets busy again, you're like, I'm out of here. I can't do this, right? So that's why, like I said, it's great when women start coaching in my programs around Christmas time or on holidays, because then they learn how to work through those times that often sabotage you. So you learn how to navigate through those times. Number 4, trying to do it like someone else. A diet, exercise, right? We know that doesn't work. You are different. Your life is different. Your lifestyle is different. Where you are different mentally, emotionally, physically is all different. So trying to do it and expecting the same results someone else got and trying to do it the exact way they did it, that's probably not going to work for you too. So then people get frustrated and they quit. Number 5, expectations. It has to work in 3 weeks, or I'm giving up, or it has to work, right, in 4 weeks, or what else did I say? I want a specific goal, right? Like you want weight loss, and that's all you're focused on. And you don't realize that you've had so many other benefits, changing your way you're eating and exercise, right? You've had so many other benefits, but you're not focused on those. You're just focused on, I haven't lost the weight, so it didn't work. It didn't work. I failed, it didn't work. So you quit. Okay, I hope that helped in a way that now, when you have these awarenesses of like, oh my God, I do those things, right? Then you can see, oh, okay. So I have some beliefs, and I have a belief. What belief would I have about myself? Well, I don't believe it's possible for me. I don't believe I'm worthy. I don't believe that someone like me could do that, right? Like you have a belief somewhere that's stopping you. We all do. And then focus on what words are you saying? What words are you saying to yourself about that? Exercise, this is a huge common one. Oh my God, I don't want to do it. That's so hard. That's going to take way too much time in the gym. I don't like the gym. I don't like going to the gym. I don't want to do that. I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that. All those words you're saying to yourself and out loud, totally sabotaging you, right? And they're also, those same thoughts are going on in your head. So the thoughts are sabotaging you too. So you need to be focused on your beliefs, your thoughts, and your words. Yeah, so I just repeated them all over. So just remember that it's okay. We all have this in some area of our life. Absolutely everybody does. You got to realize very few people are really good in all areas of their life. So we're only human. It's totally fine. There's ways to work through this, get help, support, guidance, because someone else can be objective and see what's going on. Stop it, shift it, change it. That's when you actually get results and you stick to them. More awareness. And it's really about never giving up on yourself. Continually trying. I don't want to say try, that's bad. Continually doing things, continually shifting, doing your best. Hello, say hello for those who are watching. Make sure you give me a like or let me know in the comments you're watching. I would love to say hello to you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to go to Facebook real quick because I didn't go to my Facebook group. So on YouTube, if you have any questions or any input on this, I would love to hear you, and especially if you guys have any suggestions for future video topics, okay? Because that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you, and I would totally love to do videos that you want help with. Do you like mindset? Do you want something other specific? Okay. All right, I think I'm going to do a 2-week program or a 3-week program coming up here, ladies. Now, why close to Christmas? Because, dang, isn't this the best way to work through some of those, eh? The best time to work through some of these things is during a season or when you got things going on in your life, because you learn to integrate it into your life in a way that works no matter what. That's what's important. All right. So much love to you. Reach out to me. I have some one-on-one specials right now too. My prices will go up in January. So if you want just a 1 session, a 3 session, 6, whatever, right? You want to say, Diana, what about just a call? I forgot to say this. If you are really stuck and you're like, I don't know, am I doing something wrong? And you don't know because you think you're eating healthy or even exercising, and you want me to tell you either, no, so far everything is good, or, ooh, nope, I see where you have some blind spots. I see what things you need to change. Let me know. We can have a call like that. So we can get really laser focused on the changes you need to make and get to make so that things turn around for you. All right. If you don't know what you don't know. So much love to you. Have an absolutely amazing evening. Thank you for watching. Feel free to invite your friends to this group. I'm also on YouTube, Diana Marchand, Instagram, Diana Marchand 50. So much love to you. Bye-bye. Okay, YouTube. I need to shut. Oh, I don't even know where that is right now. I've lost the page for, oh, here it is.